I need to tell my past self, it's okay. Don't feel so awkward doing this. Hey everyone! We are back with another video, and today is a really special day because it is your birthday. Happy birthday, Kale.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And how does it feel? Do you want to say your age on
Sure,
the video?
yeah.
How old are you turning?
I'm 34 and I'm telling people that I'm now same age as my waist size and my leg size for pants. So 34.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Do you feel any older?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I find once you get over 30, it's not as important to have birthdays. They just kind of all mesh together, and sometimes I even forget what age I am.
It's true, yep.
But that makes both me and you 34. We're finally the same age. I was born in May, and you were born in December. He's younger than me.
Yep, now in the mid-30s officially.
Yes. So now that we are facing another New Year's, we thought it'd be interesting to film a video about what we would tell ourselves if we could go back in time 3 years ago, back when we first decided to start this as a business. What we wished we knew, pretty much. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. I'm Jerica.
I'm Kale.
And we are the owners and creators of Quench, which is a soap and bath bomb company. If that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe, because on this channel, we talk all about our soap and bath bomb business, how we sell our products and how we make our products. For all those who have already subscribed, thank you guys so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. And now, without further ado, let's get into the video. One of the things that I would definitely tell her is that it will for sure take 3 years to make regular sales. It's something that you always hear about. They always say, in order to see real profit, it's gonna take at least 3 years of being in business. That is so true. And even though you try to think it's not gonna be you, you're gonna see sales right away, that you're a special case, chances are you're not going to see regular sales for 3 years, just like us. When I first tried to launch this business, we were living in Toronto, and I thought that I could just make the product and make really great product and put it up online, and that was gonna be enough. Kind of like Field of Dreams mentality, if I make it, they will come. No, it was crickets. It was dismal. No one cared about my business outside of my friends and family, and I had no idea how to make people outside of that circle care about my business. So if I could go back in time, I would warn Jerica, it's gonna take a while, but don't worry, keep at it, because if you continue to stick with what you're doing, it's gonna happen for you eventually. And in that time that I was waiting for it to happen, I wasn't complacent. I was researching, I was trying to figure out what was wrong with my business. I was always thinking of ways to make it better, and that's exactly what I think you guys should do too. If you're thinking of starting this and you don't see any sales coming in, be okay with that. It's gonna be fine. Just keep evolving.
One piece of advice that I'd tell us back then is to just get out, get to a market where you're able to sell your items in person as soon as possible.
Yeah.
With that, it just really gets you out there. It gets you talking to people.
Really getting ourselves involved in the farmers markets and doing events was a true catalyst in us making regular sales, I think, for sure. Because once we were in those farmers markets and selling in events, we could see in real time what was working and what wasn't. We saw what was moving, what was getting people interested. We saw our target market in action, pretty much. And that is something that you can't really get online unless you have a background in marketing and business and you're truly researching your target market extensively. If you don't want to do that, get yourself involved in a farmers market or do local events. That is one way to get your product moving, because our products are scent-based, they look pretty, they really do sell best in person.
If someone doesn't buy from you that day, who's to say that that person's not a shop owner? Who's to say that that person doesn't have a wedding coming up where they need wedding favors? Who's to say that person's niece is not having a baby where they want some party favors?
Yeah, the sale doesn't really end with them coming into your tent and leaving. We always found people coming and we could connect them back to a farmer's market or event. Either they saw us there, or they heard about us there, or they were gifted something that someone had bought from a farmer's market to them. So it's definitely one of those things that I would highly encourage you guys to do, especially if you're an introvert like me. I think doing those markets really helped me come out of my shell and really help hone in my people skills and my talking skills. Something that I still struggle with to this day, which is why I like the YouTube stuff, because I don't have to be face to face with people. And that's why you like the market stuff.
I like the in-person stuff. Yep.
Yeah, but it's something to get you out of your shell and to get you to hone in your people skills. And that is so important when you want to be a business owner, because being in the soap business is being in a people business. You got to be able to be good at that.
Yep.
The next piece of advice that I would give 3 years ago, Jerica, is marketing is king. No matter how good of a product you make, no matter if it's the best product, the best soap in the whole land, it's not going to get sold unless you understand how to market that product. And when you're starting off, You're not going to know how to market your product unless that's a background you're coming from. So one of the things you should be doing in that time is A, researching how to do that, and B, posting on social media as much as possible. And I know in the beginning it's really hard. Oh, sorry, did you want to say something?
No.
And I know in the beginning it's really hard to do that because you kind of feel silly posting things and maybe 3 people like it and one of them is your husband or like your dad. Thanks, Dad, for liking all my posts, by the way. Yeah, it's so hard to do that, but you gotta keep doing that and not even care about your followers at the time. Because when you're starting off and you're small, you don't want to have a big following. You want to grow this community organically, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't care about what others were doing or others' Instagram pages that had over 1,000 followers. I didn't care about that. In fact, back when we rebranded, I left my Instagram page that had over 1,000 followers. And the reason is because those 1,000 followers never really bought from me and our old company, so I felt okay with walking away from that. I would highly recommend starting an Instagram and starting a Facebook page, posting and not selling, posting about your processes and providing value to your customers. And you never know who might find your posts and start engaging with it over time, because really it takes a lot of posts to convince people, okay, this person's serious, they're an expert, I'm gonna follow them, this is super interesting. But if you're posting about buy this, buy my product, all the time, that's gonna turn people off. At this point, if you're starting off, start your social media pages, don't care about the numbers, and just provide authentic value to your customers. Is that everything?
That's good advice, because that's social media, that's all you.
And also don't be, yes, it is. That's one of my strengths. Kale doesn't really understand it that much, but you're coming around to it, I think.
I can take a little bit there, and apply it.
Another piece of advice is don't do these follow for follow threads. If you're in Facebook groups and people are like, oh, follow my page and I'll follow you back, don't participate in those, because you'll end up with a whole bunch of people that follow you and don't really engage with your content. And you might get to 1,000 followers, but end up with only 3 or 4 likes. And that really doesn't look great to Instagram, to people who come across your page as true customers. They might sense something is fishy. So take the time to just grow slowly. It's okay. I need to tell my past self, it's okay. Don't feel so awkward doing this.
And don't get bots.
Yeah.
Come on,
don't buy followers either.
No bots.
Did I talk about that? Yeah, don't buy followers or subscribers. Don't do that. The next piece of advice is super important, and I would tell my past self to make necessary changes faster. And what I mean about that is when people start their businesses, they make their company name and their logo and their brand. It's very personal, and that was the case with me. I built our company based around our dog, which wasn't the greatest move because everyone thought we sold dog soap, but we didn't. But I stuck to that company name for so long because I was emotionally attached to it, and I didn't care what other people responded to. It was my company, my baby. That's really the wrong move, because if you're starting a business, you need to think about the customer. It can't be about you, it has to be about the customer. So I would tell my past self to just please change your company name. You tried it out, it didn't work, let's move on to the next thing. And I think that's what a lot of small business owners need to start doing. If they're not seeing the regular sales, there's something going on either in your company name, maybe your social media needs a look at, maybe your branding needs tweaking. Just know that if sales aren't coming in, there's always room for improvement, and you should be actively doing that in order to get to the point where you are making regular sales.
Yeah, and these changes that come up, most of the time it's Jerica bringing up the idea, and then I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. But either, like, of all the changes that we've gone through, like, it's spearheaded by you. And
eventually.
It always works out. You've never proven yourself to be wrong.
At first I was super hesitant, like I mentioned, I didn't want to change my company name, but once I did, I was almost too comfortable with change because I kept changing things all the time. So maybe that's another piece of advice, like stick to something for a bit instead of jumping all over the place. So,
it depends on what it is,
Find a medium, find like a happy place between changing things right away and maybe sticking to something to see if it really is working or not.
Because we don't want a ranch lavender situation all the time.
Yes.
Link to that video right here.
And so one last piece of advice that I would give myself from 3 years ago is to stop comparing your journey to other businesses, because that is a waste of time. And I would spend a lot of time doing that at the beginning. I would look at Instagram pages and Facebook pages that had thousands of followers, and they looked so put together and they knew their stuff, and I felt really insignificant and really amateur, just not good enough. And that's the thing. These people that look so put together, there might be 5 years behind their current brand. And that is 100% the case with us. People message me all the time and say, oh my God, you're such an inspiration. But you need to remember that what my company is now is 3 years of work and sacrifice and figuring things out. If you're looking at a company like mine or another company and wishing you were them, know that you can be them, because I'm a regular person and I'm pretty sure that other person who's killing it is also a regular person. And the only difference between them and you is time and a dedication to getting better and making their business profitable. Getting from that point to struggling to being super successful, there's a lot of hard stuff in between that. And one of the marks of a really successful business is your ability to get past all of that and to learn from that. I would tell my past self to, yes, gain inspiration from those people who are killing it in their businesses. Yes, follow them. Yes, look at what they're doing and see that I can be them someday. Don't look at them in despair. If you are deciding to quit, that is up to you 100%. But honestly, if you stick with it, this is all very possible if you just keep going. And that's the basic theme of this video. Just keep going. There's a lot you can do. Don't spend these early years being complacent and just accepting things as they are. If you are not making sales, figure out why. If you're not getting followers on Instagram, look at the accounts that have high Instagram followers and look at their content and see what they're posting.
Oop, that was my insulin pod. I need to change it up here in the next few hours.
Yes, Kale is a type 1 diabetic. I don't think we did mention it in one video.
Yep.
So that is it for today. That is our video. Thank you so much for watching and for being with us on Kale's birthday, even though this will be posted tomorrow. But the 29th is Kale's birthday. And thank you so much for those who were kind enough to respond to my community post about your birthday.
Thank you, everybody. Happy birthday to me.
If this video was something that you guys enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And for everyone who has already subscribed, you guys are the best. What was the number at? I think it was at 5,200 last time I checked. That is so cool. Thank you so much for following. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, leave a comment down below and I will get to them. I will get to those comments way sooner than comments left on my Instagram and direct emails. I'm so sorry if I've not responded to any of those messages yet, but really the best place to post a question is in the comments below. You are popular.
I know. Must be my birthday or something.
So the next time we'll be posting, it'll be the New Year's. We hope that your 2021 is a killer one. And remember, if you got past 2020, for sure you're gonna get past 2021. It was like 2020 was the hard level, like the boss level in a video game, and now everything past that is easy. You don't play video games, I'm sorry. Kale could not relate to that, sir.
No, I remember Super Mario, Yoshi's Island.
So until then, until our next video, keep smiling, keep growing, and keep killing it in your businesses, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
I'm just gonna say little picks, and you can like,
yeah, you
can pick it. You can pick this nose and pick that nose. So mark it.
Oh no, sorry, we're going in order.
Okay, I said that I want to do that one.
I thought you were pointing at this one. Okay.